What's going on, guys? Jake Teasler. In today's video, we're going to talk about how to get over depression. I've had intense depression. I just got out of my episode and I just wanted to let you, almost like a dark night of the soul, or what you want to say is essentially, if I can explain it to you, if you're super depressed right now, you're basically feeling hopeless and like you can't change and you have a lot of crazy rushing thoughts that can be from anxiety. In this video, I'm going to try to help you understand what it took for me to get out of it. Hopefully that helps you. So anytime that you're, for me, starting a new relationship or maybe getting a promotion, I have a client who got a big time promotion. It set off all of her bells, alarms, whistles, basically like major anxiety, feeling like a midlife crisis. Should I change careers? Should I do this? Should I do that? Should I do the other? It will have you questioning, should I even be with this person, this relationship? Should I end it now? There's like a million things that can go through your head, with work or relationships, and the anxiety and depression that comes on that's telling you something needs to happen. You need to make a decision. And the decision is basically, is this choice that I'm going to make help me grow, or is it going to keep me complacent doing the things that I've always known and done in my comfort zone? And usually what's happening is it's telling you need to go out here, but you don't want to go out there. So that was important. I got interrupted by the timer, but you have a comfort zone. This is very cliche. I'm trying to make it interesting for you so it's not so cliche sounding, but it's really important. You have the comfort zone. If you're starting a new relationship, it's going to be way over here outside. So all of your anxiety is going to, if you're starting a new position high up and you don't know what you're doing, all of your anxiety and depression alarm systems are going to be set off. So to center myself, what I did was I forced myself. I essentially said, I'm not going to let this beat me. I'd had enough. I'm going to face this head on. And no matter what, I'm at least going to go ahead and get myself into the gym. So you have to have at least one thing in your life that you don't feel like a victim to, that you're going to say, screw this. I've got to do this, and I have to do this. You have to use a little bit of aggression. You have to use some aggression to say, I'm not going to run away from this fear. I'm not going to let this fear and anxiety run my life. I'm going to face this freaking thing head on and attack it and face it. And when you do that, something happens. Your brain goes, and instead of running and being a victim and it pushing you like a bully, you start facing the bully and you say, hey, here I am. I'm not moving. And you go into that. I know I'm using a lot of metaphors, but go to the gym, go to the sauna, take a cold shower, do all the things that are hard. As you're working out, it's gonna hurt, and you're just gonna go, you know what? This is helping me for the pain that's gonna come later, all the things that are hard. So if you stay comfortable, you're not gonna do anything. If you're not willing to do anything hard, you're gonna stay in your sucky life. If you're unhappy, maybe you're happy, but if you're not happy, something's wrong with your life. You need to make some changes, and it could be that your mom had cancer and she just passed. You're going to be depressed. You're going to be sad. And then you have to get going again. You have to get back on the horse and just keep moving. Or you can just sit there and die lonely and sick and tired and a victim. Or you can say, something sad has happened and now it's going to be really hard for me to move forward, but that's the only option, is to move forward even though it's really hard. That's your only option. So once you've decided that that's your only option, is to move forward even though it's hard, and you're just going to, you have to surrender to it. You have to say, if it kills me, it'll kill me. If the depression kills me, it'll kill me, but I'm gonna face it. If the anxiety and the fear makes me have a nervous breakdown from changing relationships or changing jobs, then I'll face it. But I'm trying to go in the towards growth, away from fear, towards love, into growth, into a bigger, better life, instead of the position that you're in that's keeping you scared and safe and comfortable. But if you're not in a bad position, if you're happy where you're at, then just say, this is for people that are in a lot of suffering. They're having a lot of pain in their life right now. So And you might just be avoiding relationships and commitments constantly, and that's why you're stuck where you're at, because you don't want to commit to a job, you don't want to commit to a relationship, you don't want to commit to this, so that's been your whole life, just evading, slipping the easiest way. What makes me the happiest and what's the easiest? Well, if you want more meaning in your life, you might have to make some commitments to certain things, to work hard on it. Do you think it's easy for me to make a video? I don't want to make this video right now. But I know that if I make the video and I post it, once I get done, I'll be like, I'm glad that I did that. And I can check mark, I did that for the day, You think everybody wants to sit down and write a book or make a video or share their personal life on YouTube? Not everybody wants to do that. But I do get a sense of, you have to do back on focus. You have to do the hard things in order, not just because it's hard. You're going to try to watch and you're going to know what you might not know, what's going to help you push forward and what you're avoiding. But like Peterson said, just sit on your bed and close your eyes. You're going to know. It's going to be right there in front of you. And you have to watch yourself, because you're going to try to avoid the hard things and go towards the easy things. So you can have your courage and be brave and go head on into it. Just like when I played football, I'd stick my head right on that guy's head as hard as I could, over and over and over and over and over. Eventually that person gives up, because I'm just a head buster. I just bust your head with my head as hard as I can. And that person eventually gives up, because you're just gonna bust its head over and over and over. And if you're facing a problem, you aggressively go towards it. And then, look, we all have spells of laziness and depression and anxiety. That's just part of life. But you don't want to just stay there your whole life, or you'll just have a sad life. Maybe, just maybe, consider this, that you can do something about it. And if the only way to figure out is if you could do something about it and it would work is if you went through some pain, then just try to go through the pain and see if it helps you. Because I'm saying I went through the pain and it helped me. I feel better. I have to go through the pain every day in order to feel better. Does that make sense? If you don't go through the pain every day of going to the gym and going to the sauna and getting in the cardio, taking a cold shower, you're not gonna, I feel great and accomplished. You're not gonna feel great and accomplished unless you do those things. I'm just trying to let you know, because because it's me. I know if I sit around and I eat ice cream and I don't go to the gym and I just screw around all day and I don't have any meaningful relationships and I don't get out of my way to make a video and I don't go out of the way to go have lunch with a friend, I don't go out of my way to call someone, pick up when they call, all that stuff's not easy for me. I want to avoid all that and not deal with any of it. But if I do that, you feel better. So just go lean into it. And that's the solution. And the worst thing, you can go into the hard route or the easy route, and you keep going. You don't even know what would happen if you went over this direction. And the downside of it is that it's scary and hard. That's all. That's the only downside risk. There's no downside risk of this. Of course, it feels good and it's easy. This is hard. Of course, it's hard. But if you avoid it, you're going to stay over here, and you're still going to feel like a loser. You're going to not feel good about yourself. So go this way, and see if it works. Just see if it helps you grow spiritually, mentally, physically. Just try it for a day. And if that works, repeat it, and then repeat it. All right, guys, I hope that was helpful. I've got a newsletter sign-up form below. If you need help, you want to join, sign up. I hope this was helpful. And aggressively go towards and explore and push yourself into that pain of growth, because you're going to have the pain of growth and the fear, or you're going to not have a lot of confidence, and you're going to be feeling sorry for yourself, and you're not going to be fully alive as a human. You're slowly dying the other way. Even if you're a yogi and a meditator and you don't believe in aggressiveness, you don't think that in that yogi's mind he is completely focused on his breath, completely focused on what's happening inside of here and his body. I can do that right now. I can go into my head, nothing is going on right now. Do you see how my crazy eyes are? It's because nothing's going on up here. I'm just flowing out. It's just flowing out into you. That takes a high level of focus. I'm in an elevated state because of the last few days I've literally gym, blah, 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 blah. I've been doing all these things. So it brings you up multiple, levels. I'm saying the yogis have to go through that gnarly focus. It's not comfortable. You think it's comfortable to sit in a meditative lotus position? That's hard as hell. Are you kidding me? It's hard to do for 20 minutes. They are aggressively dedicating their life to one thing. Do you get it? That's not easy. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next video.